Hey guys, it's me, your bear Huffy, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about my Game of the Year picks for 2023 and what I'm looking forward to in 2024. Now, I'm going to bring up three games for 2023, and this isn't exactly going to be in order. Rather, it's just based on the amount of hours I put into each game. So let's go ahead and get it started. So, my first pick is going to be Resident Evil 4. Now, I know it seems like the game's been out for quite a while already, and that's because it launched in the very first quarter of the year. I played the hell out of that game. I did so many runs, so many different things, and I haven't even completed the game 100% yet. I still need to do a professional run, and I still need to do a, well, when I say professional, I mean a professional S plus rank run. And I still need to do a completionist run with collecting everything. But man, I freaking love that game. Just the gameplay loop and the satisfaction you get killing the Ganados. It really feels like you're, I don't know, it just feels very arcadey. The horror thing, like, yeah, like it gets tense on your first playthrough, but after a while, like, I don't know, I love it. I just love playing through it. The original was already one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game of all time, because I would go back and replay it once a year. And I think that tradition is going to continue with the remake. It might actually supplant it, to be honest. Second up on my list is Alan Wake 2. Now, Alan Wake 2 is, well, my third game actually took more hours. I already forgot my 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 criteria here for listing them, but anyway, Alan Wake 2. This is probably my game of the year. I felt so many feelings, and I consider it a little bit more scary than Resident Evil 4, but it's not even really a horror game. It's just, I don't know, it's a work of art because it blends the live action sequences and music and gameplay in a way that I didn't really think was possible in a game. There were so many moments where I don't know if my jaw actually dropped, but I was kind of stunned. Especially, I think it was chapter 4 of Alan's side of the story, and people who've played would know what I'm talking about. Well, it was at the Game Awards, at the big musical scene level. I was just stunned, and I was grinning from ear to ear the entire time. I really loved that sequence, and when I played through it, I was like, all right, I already like this game, but now I love this game, and I knew that for sure. Third for my list is going to be Starfield. And this one I know is very divisive for a lot of people. And I think it kind of got picked apart unfairly uh, by the media as time went on. But I loved my time with the game. I basically did every quest that I could find. I did everything that I could on my first new game. And then when I hit to New Game Plus, I was like, all right, I was kind of Starfielded out, 80 hours in. I was like, I'm gonna come back, and I'm kind of like that with a lot of games, and that's kind of why I stopped playing RE4 before doing 100% completion. If I really really love a game, then I kind of force myself to stop before I know I'll get burnt out. That happens pretty much with every game that I play throughout the years because I want to come back to it and savor it. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of replay a lot of games that I love and enjoy. Just who I am. I don't know. And Starfield, I put a lot of time into it in 2023, and I'm probably going to return back to it in 2024 because I do want to hit the level cap, and I never figured out how to do those weird XP farm outpost things that people were doing. I guess I could look up a tutorial, but I'd rather just keep playing with my same character because I don't know. I love it. It's so much fun, and I know some people kind of might disagree, but then again, this isn't really an objective type of thing. It's just my own experience. So that was it for me. I really had fun with it. Anyway, guys, those are my picks for Game of the Year. And now I'm going to go into my things that I'm looking forward to in 2024. All right, so I have a kind of hefty list for these upcoming games in 2024, so I'm just kind of gonna run through it. First one is Persona 3 Reloaded. I was a big fan of Persona 3. It was my first entry in the Persona series back when I originally played it on PSP. Ended up replaying it on PS Vita. Ended up replaying it on Xbox when it came out there. Just love it. It was a great game. I'm talking. I played the portable version, mind you. I never played like the actual Persona 3. So I'm looking forward to playing it in a 3D environment and not like visual novel style. I think that will be cool. Second is Banishers Ghost of New Eden. This one's like a new IP. It's like its own thing, but it's like a ghost story, but not really. It's hard to describe. But anyway, I'm looking for it. I thought it looked cool. It had a really cool physical. One of the things you should know about your bear is I like getting physical copies of games if able to. So I saw it had a cool physical. The game looked cool. I'm all about horror. Love spooky stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna get it and play it. Next up on my list is Octopath Traveler 2. Now, Octopath 1 came out on Xbox, but Octopath 2 did not. And that was always like one of these weird situations that happens, I guess, because of exclusivity rights and licensing rights and all that. Like, it came out on Switch first, it was exclusive there, and then it came out on everything else, it seems like, except for Xbox. And with that being my preferred platform, I was like, all right, I'll wait. You know, Square Enix CEO said he was willing to entertain a better relationship, release more of their games there. And it seems like the fruits are coming out. So, yeah, it's coming there. And I believe it's coming to Game Pass. Even if it doesn't, I'm going to buy it anyway. I'll play it. I've heard it's a lot better than the first one. So, I'm looking forward to that. Next up is Unicorn Overload. Now, this one is a Vanillaware game. I do like their games, but they're kind of. It seems like they're very selective with where they release them. So I saw that this is going to be their first game to really come out on Xbox, and you know, your bear, I'm going to be there day one. If there's a physical, I'm not sure if I pre-ordered it or not, but if there's digital only, it's fine with me too. I'll still get and play it. Next up is Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma is a weird title. It's almost like I hesitate to use phrases like hidden gem, but as popular as it is, it's also, it seems like a lot of people have never played it or don't know about it, which is kind of absurd to me because like although the game, like you can tell when you play it, like it is almost unfinished because of the things that are in it and the things that it, when you play it you can just tell like there should have been more to it. But the combat, the way you kill these big ass monsters and you climb on them, I've never seen it done before. And so it's a hell of a lot of fun to play. I've gone through multiple playthroughs of this and I'm looking forward to playing it again before the second one comes out. The next one is Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Hero. Now this one is supposed to be like a spiritual successor to the Suikoden series where you like, you know, you get like a huge party pool of characters to select from your party. I will put this disclaimer out there. I haven't played Suikoden before, but people in my family have. My sister-in-law loves it, and I've been really meaning to get into it. But I was like, you know, it's like one of those things that sat on the backlog. And then about a few months after they announced Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Hero, they announced a remaster for Suikoden 1 and 2, which is coincidentally also on my list for things I'm excited about in 2024. So I'm going to be playing that as well. Whichever one comes out first, I'll probably play that one first. Next up is Black Myth Wukong. This got a lot of hubbub for looking really, really good when the first trailer dropped, I believe a few years ago. And I mean, it still looks freaking good. And I like Souls-likes. I like action RPGs. I like The Legend of the Monkey King in general. So I'm looking forward to this and I'll definitely play it. And next one on my list is Metaphor ReFantazio. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But this is an Atlas game. This is their first new IP in like however long, you know, because they've done kind of just Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. And yeah, that's pretty much what they've been doing. So this is a new one from them, and it looked great. So you know your bear is going to be there day one. I like Atlas as a developer. Next up is Avowed. I don't actually know if this is coming out this year in 2024. It's a Microsoft Xbox first party IP. And the thing is with them, a lot of their games get delayed for whatever reason, you know? Just something I've noticed. So, I mean, if it comes out, it comes out. I'm going to play it, I'm going to enjoy it. Uh, it was initially pitched to be kind of like an Elder Scrolls competitor. And then when the last trailer dropped, it it just looked like something else completely, and I'm there for it. When it seems kind of like it's going to be a power fantasy because you're the only one in that world or whatever with the powers you have, and hey, you know, I'm there. I'm ready to do some cool stuff with magic. Next up is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Now I know some people might think this might be like a generic shooter. It definitely looks like it's going to be a co-op shooter, but I love John Carpenter. They call him the horror master. He's done a lot of great films. One of my favorite films isn't even a horror film, but it's something he directed. It's called Big Trouble in Little China. I always used to watch that with my dad when I was younger. Love it. Have a 4K Blu-ray copy of it. It's one of my favorite movies. All right, next up is Hellblade 2. This one, going along with what I said about Avowed, I have no idea if this is coming out this year or not. I think it will because Xbox has stated they want to do, um, if not every month, at least once a quarter of a big Game Pass first party drop. And, you know, it's been in development for a while. I loved the first one. The first one I thought was beautiful in what it did. And yeah, I'm just excited to play it. I don't know if they're gonna continue along with the that audio. They had this really cool thing, the first one with the audio. You had to wear headphones to like fully experience it. I don't know if they're gonna continue that in the second one, but I don't know. I just don't know a lot of things about it, and I'm excited. I'm hoping they rework the combat though, because I thought that was a weak point in the first game. It was just easy to parry everything. Next up is Still Wakes the Deep. This one, like I said earlier, horror. I'm all about it. You're in the middle of the ocean. I always think the ocean is a. It's like a. It doesn't really get utilized, especially like abandoned places in the ocean where they could be ships or oil rigs or whatever. This one takes place at an oil rig. Something's there with you. You're not alone. You don't know what it is. Something's gonna happen. It sounds exciting. It sounds scary, and I'm there for it. I'm there for it day one. I'm gonna play it. Super cool looking. Next one is The Casting of Frank Stone. This one is by Supermassive Games. I'm kind of a fan of them. I've played everything they've done except for uh, their very first game. I forget what it was, but it was a PlayStation 3 exclusive. Never played that one, but the Dark Pictures and everything else in between, played all of those. Love them. I'm looking forward to this one too. The next one up is another JRPG, Visions of Mana, announced fairly recently. I believe it was only like about a month. Oh no, it was during the Game Awards, I think. Anyway, the first Mana game coming to Xbox ever. It's going to be my first Mana game ever, and I am looking forward to it. And that's the thing. That's pretty much my list of games to look forward to in 2024. And the other thing I'm going to do is go through my backlog so I can actually have time to play these games. There were a lot of games I'm excited for coming out this year, so yeah, that's another thing to it. Hopefully they don't just end up being backlog editions, you know. Because the front runner for Game of the Year for 2023 is Baldur's Gate 3, and I still haven't played it. I'm waiting on two things. One, for Larian to fix the save bug that's affecting the Xbox version, because it's deleting saves right now. And the second one is for my physical copy to ship, because I bought a physical copy from their store. They haven't shipped it yet. So I guess I'll play it when it gets here. Right now I'm just going through backlog stuff. I'm replaying the Trails series. Going through Trails of Cold Steel 3 right now. Gonna go into 4. And then Reverie after that. And then I think Star Ocean 1 on my Switch, and then I'll mostly probably put the Switch away for the year. Anyway, guys, that's it for me right now. Although I guess I should say that I'm also going to be playing other stuff too from the backlog. Stuff that just doesn't really come to mind right now, but streaming wise, Death Stranding's one of them. Gonna continue with that. Final Fantasy VII Remake, need to play that too. I've had that installed on my SSD for like the past 2 years. Just haven't played it yet. I'm gonna do that as a Let's Play, I think. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. If you're looking forward to anything that I'm looking forward to, if you're looking forward to something that's not on my list, if you know of something that you think I'd be into, but I don't know about because I didn't list it, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll catch y'all around. See you later, guys. Huffy Bear out.